In this video, we're going to do polynomial long division. This is our first example, and in this example, we need to take this polynomial and divide it by this divisor. So we would set this up like we normally do long division, but we have to make sure that we account for every power. So this power has a 3, my next one should have a 2. I'm missing the power of 1, so I will have to account for that, and this is my constant, which would have an x power of 0. Here in my divisor, I have a power of 2, I'm missing my power of 1, and I have here what would be my x with a power of 0. So we're going to set this up, and we're going to put the 2x squared out here, but we're going to put plus 0x to account for the x that we're missing, minus 1. So my powers go 2, 1, 0. And then we're going to divide that into 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus 0x, because again I have to account for the missing power of 1, minus 3. Always check your powers. 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, I'm going to look at this first term and I'm going to say, how many times does 2x squared go into 4x cubed? Or what do I need to multiply 2x squared by to get 4x cubed? Well, I need to multiply the 2 by a 2. That's going to give me the 4. And x squared needs to be multiplied by 1x in order to get 3 of them. 2x times 2x squared is going to give me 4x cubed, which was what I wanted. But then I'm going to take this term and multiply it by each one of these. So 2x times 0x is just going to give me a 0x, because 0 times 2 is 0, but there's 2 x's, so it's going to be 0x squared. 2x times negative 1 is going to give me a negative 2x. Then I'm going to subtract. 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0, so that's going to go away. Negative 2x squared minus 0 is going to just give me my negative 2x squared. But be careful on this one, because this is actually 0 minus negative 2, and when you have this double negative, remember we could do plus plus. That's going to give me the positive 2x. I then need to bring down my negative 3. Then I'll do the process again. What do I need to multiply 2x squared by to get negative 2x squared? This one's positive, but I need it to be negative, so I'm going to multiply it by a negative 1. Then I'm going to take my negative 1, I'm going to multiply it by 2x squared, which gives me negative 2x squared, which is what I wanted. I always want to come out with the same thing I have here. Negative 1 times 0x is just 0x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. Then I'm going to subtract. Now again, you need to be careful with your signs. So this, if you're going to change this to plus, then you have to change all of these signs to their opposite to make sure that you get the right answer. You can't change it to plus for one of them and then forget about the others. So now this is negative 2x squared plus 2x, which is going to give me 0. But 2x plus negative 0x gives me 2x. And negative 3 plus negative 1 gives me negative 4. At this point, I can't multiply 2x squared by anything to get 2x. This power is less than this, and once this power is less than this, I'm done, and this is my remainder. So I can say that the quotient is 2x minus 1 with a remainder of 2x minus 4. I could also write this as 2x minus 1 plus the 2x minus 4 that I have as the remainder over what I was dividing by, which would be 2x squared minus 1. So either one of these two are okay. And that is my answer. Let's do one more. Okay, on this one we're dividing this polynomial by this divisor. So I'm going to set the 9x minus 9 over here, and I'm going to check my powers. 1, 0. So I'm not missing any powers, I'm okay. Then I'm going to write 9x cubed plus 18x squared minus 18x minus 4. Check your powers. 3, 2, 1, 0. So I'm not missing any powers on this one at all. Anytime we miss powers, we have to put a 0x or a 0x squared if we're missing the x squared term. So now I'm going to ask myself, how many times does 9x go into 9x cubed? Or what do I need to multiply 9x by to get 9x cubed? Well, 9 times 1 would give me this 9. I need 3 x's. I have 1, so I want to have x squared. 1x squared times 9x is going to give me a 9x cubed, which is what I wanted. I need it to be the same. 1x squared minus 9x is going to give me a negative 9x squared. Then I'm going to subtract. 9x cubed minus 9x cubed is 0. And 18x squared, this is minus negative 9x squared, so I need to be careful because that actually changes to a plus, and I would get 27x squared. Let's bring down the negative 18x. What do I need to multiply 9x by to get 27x squared? 9 times 3, so that's going to be a positive 3, would give me the 27, and I need 2 x's and I only have 1, so it needs to be a 3x. 3x times 9x is 27x squared. 3x times negative 9 is negative 27x. And then I want to subtract. These two will go away. This is negative 18x minus negative 27, which is going to give me a positive 9x. And then I'm going to bring down my negative 4. 9x times what is 9x? And that's going to be a plus 1. 1 times 9x is 9x. 1 times negative 9 is negative 9. So when I subtract, these will go away. Negative 4 minus negative 9 is going to be a positive 5. And this is my remainder because this power now, it has no x, is less than this power. So I'm done. I can't go any further. So I would say that my answer is x squared, or you could leave the 1 in front of it, plus 3x plus 1 with a remainder of 5. Or I could write x squared plus 3x plus 1 plus the remainder over the divisor. Either one of these are okay.